welcome back after a nice, relaxing, long weekend. I hope that everybody really had a chance to just enjoy themselves a little bit. So, welcome to story time. I am so glad that you are here, and I really missed you guys. That's the truth. So, what I need you to do now is have your eyes watching, your body still, ears listening. You guys are so good. You're so good. And do you know it's story time, story time, story time? Do you know it's story time in your home today? And today's story is Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Let's begin. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. Let's just check his buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's hear the song. My buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. You're never gonna believe what happened to the buttons. Are you ready? I'm gonna show you before I read it to you. Are you ready? That says right there, pop. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? He had 4 buttons. I want all of you to do this with me. He had 4 buttons, and one popped off, bloop, and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3 buttons are left. There's a math sentence for that. It's 4 minus 1 equals 3. 3. And there's the big number 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Let me show you that. Okay, see? There you go. And let's look at the buttons. 1, 2, 3. 3. And what is he thinking? Those are called thinking bubbles. Let me show you. Those are thinking bubbles. When you see an illustration or a picture in a book and you see these little bubbles and then maybe some words in it, those are called thinking bubbles. And that means that the character in the story is thinking something and that the author wants you to know what they are thinking. See that? You just learned that today. Now let's get on with the story. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Make a prediction right now. What do you think happened? I'm gonna tell you. Are you ready? Pop! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? He had 3 buttons and 1 popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. Are you ready for the math sentence? 2. There's the word, there's the number, and here's the math sentence. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see it. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Can you help me sing the song this time? Will you help me? Okay. Ready? I'm really not too good at singing, so. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. Oh no! Pop! Look, there it goes. I bet it's gonna roll away. I'm gonna bet. Another button popped off and rolled away. He's not gonna have any buttons left at the end of this story. What do you think? He had 2 and 1 popped off and rolled away. How many are left? Yes, of course, 1. Are you ready for that math sentence? 1, there's the word, there's the number. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Now, I know you know the song, so you can help me now. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. 1 button left. Do you know what happened? You're right. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? He had 1 button and 1 button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? How many fingers am I holding up? That's right, none. 0. And there's a big fat 0. Let's look at this math sentence. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? Let me show you up close. What do you think he saw? I can't even begin to tell you. Do you know what he saw when he looked down at his shirt? I want all of you, before I read these last pages, look down. What do you see if you have no buttons on your shirt? Are you ready? Okay, come on, come back to me. Focus, you're not listening. You're getting fidgety, and I'm getting you all riled up. So let's take a deep breath just to calm down. Now we know he has no buttons left on his shirt. And he looked down, and what did he see? His belly button! And he kept on singing his songs. Look at his belly button. Look down at your belly buttons right now. Do you all have your belly buttons with you? Of course you do. he's thinking right now. It's all good. All good. He doesn't have a care in the world. Ready? My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. Take a look at his belly button and check and make sure yours is there. I bet it is. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. And we know now to keep on singing. Boys and girls, thank you so much. You were fantastic listeners today. You were the best listeners today that I have seen in the last almost 3 months. Good job. Thank you very much. And there is a little assignment. I want you to draw Pete the cat. And I want you to draw him with buttons, but you decide how many buttons are going to be on him. And then after you're done with your drawing, just count the buttons and put the number right next to the picture. Make sure to have your mom or dad or big brother, big sister send me a picture, because not everybody's doing these assignments. And I need to see the pictures. Please, boys and girls. I have to do report cards. It's almost the end of the year. Okay? Thank you so much. Mwah. I love you. I miss you. And have a good night. Bye.